Hi again, everyone. I think a bit more positive week this week, which is really good to report on a number of cases. So a lot of the members that we're talking to this week or have been talking this week have been talking about that there's probably been a few little green shoots and a little bit of activity. I think really what's happening out there is there's a bit of a levelling out. So hopefully the drop that we've seen over the last few weeks has sort of levelled out a little bit. And unfortunately it's much lower than the level of activity that we need, but it's certainly a little bit more positive. The other positive news that especially as from yesterday is with schools being open again. I think the benefits of that is really twofold. One is I think we've done as a state a great job in keeping the number of people that have got the coronavirus down to a number. I think we're down to 40 active cases now, which is fantastic. But as an industry, the best tool for stimulus that we can have is actually getting people mobile again and the economy moving again. So, and I think with parents taking their children to school and other things, it means that we're starting to, going to start to see more cars on the road, which means more petrol sale, more wear and tear, the need for them to maintain and service their vehicle. Which I think is a positive. I have had over this week some discussions with the government about possible automotive stimulus programs. All of them have been focused on trying to drive customers into your businesses, and we're working through some different scenarios there. We will be next week starting to put some marketing programs out where we'll be talking about automotive is open for business. So now is a great time to get your car serviced or buy a car or repaired, and we will be sort of starting to put that message out. I ask you to do the same. Continue to make sure that you're marketing yourselves and your websites and other things, that you actually make it clear to your customers that you are open for business. The other thing that we're working through is we think we've finally worked out with JobKeeper and what we do with all of our apprentices. Basically, we'll be passing through only the on costs, so the things that we've got to pay the apprentice. The JobKeeper will fund a large portion of the reduction, but we've still got to pay the on costs like you would have to do with your apprentice as well. So that'll nut out to probably about $310 a week after the rebate that we provide, and that's being paid for, funded through JobKeeper and ourselves to really, we have a major task. I think we all know that in 6 months we're going to need all of these apprentices, back in the industry, and we've got to try and work together to actually keep them working and keep them in your business for as little as cost possible, and mindful of the lack of customers that are coming through your businesses currently. That we've got to try and sustain their employment and keep them there, because in 6 months' time we will need them. And it's how we keep them engaged. And unfortunately, all the research shows that if someone drops out of the system for 3 or 4 months, it is very likely that they won't be back, and we'll lose them, and then we won't have them there and available when we need them. So really appreciate all of those that have been holding. There are some apprentices that have come out, so if there are some members who could use someone for some of the work or some of the activities, or would like to just help out by putting someone on, certainly talk to the GTO or talk to Jason Polgreen, and we'll try and work together to try and get someone in. So thank you, enjoy your weekend, and speak to you next week.